and gentlemen, I'm very happy to have you again. Thank you so much for participating in our technical challenges, especially today's technical challenge with Tenzig. Tenzig has such a unique and beautiful technology in end user computing. They're leading the market when it comes to zero clients and thin clients deployments. Their zero client products are amazing. Those ones that are so tuned to virtual environments, whether they are the Citrix VDI environment or the VMware VDI environment, and definitely, of course, their thin clients are also amazing. The way it will go today is I'll first introduce our great panelists, our great guests from Tenzig. So we've got Stuart and James. I will ask them to introduce themselves. Then we will move to questions and answers before we start the quiz. The questions and answers are meant to help you guys learn more about the product. So if you have any questions, if anything is not clear to you, these two gentlemen are here to support you. And then we can continue directly to the quiz, the online quiz. So Stuart and James, please introduce yourselves and let us know more about what you guys do, please.
Sure. So hi everybody, and good afternoon where you are. My name is Stuart Hales, and I work for Tenzig as a pre-sales engineer, based from our Leicester, UK office covering the EMEA region. So as Mo just mentioned, I'm here to help out with any questions you may have on the content provided for this Q&A session. So I hope I can help those of you that do have questions with that, and good luck to you all.
Thank you, Stuart. James.
Thanks, Stuart. Thanks, Mo. So, hi everybody. Thanks for joining today. I hope you're successful in the quiz later on. I'm the sales director at Tenzig, so I will help you and your customers choose the right Tenzig and help guide them through that testing process and link you in with Stu and the support team as and when needed. So yeah, looking forward to helping you with any future projects, and yeah, looking forward to hearing if there's any questions before the quiz.
Thank you so much. Guys, you've gone through the study material that was shared with you. If you have any questions, or if you need any further clarification on specific subjects of the study material, you can use the question and answer section in this webinar, or you can paste them in chat. That's up to you. Please do that. I will read the questions for our panelists. So I'll give you 30 seconds now. Let's wait for any questions. If you have any questions, please use the question answer or the chat. So I see some chat stuff. Mr. Abdussalam. Oh, that's a very fundamental question.
Can I
yes,
you
can take that, please. Yes.
So yeah, let me just. So thank you for your question. So the main difference between a thin and a zero client. So Tenzig creates a number of operating systems, and there's the two main operating systems that we make are either thin client operating systems or zero client operating systems. And for the thin client operating systems, they can be based on Linux or they can be based on Windows. The zero client operating systems are also based on Linux, but the difference between the two is that the zero client is a locked down Linux OS that only has one connection client inside. And this is for simplicity for you to configure them. It's for simplicity in terms of upgrading the device, because there's only one client to use. And it's for simplicity for the end user to use as well, because they just see a kiosk logon screen for that solution. So whereas the thin client will have all of the connection clients installed, it will have, for instance, VMware, Citrix, Microsoft. It might have a local browser option. So you can set up multiple connections. But if you only have one requirement for a single connection, just for VMware, just for Citrix, just for Microsoft AVD or RDP, then we have a zero client that will cater specifically for that use case. It doesn't have any of the excess baggage in the image. It's just a very slick, easy, simple operating system that has the full functionality of the Linux receiver from either VMware, Citrix, or Microsoft. Now, one of the good things about Tenzig, when you take one of those zero client platforms, is that you can convert it for free to one of the other zero client platforms, or indeed, if your use case changed where in the future you need a VMware and a Citrix environment, you can convert it to the PeakOS Linux thin client operating system as well. So you're not trapped into a zero client that can only support one solution. You can convert it to any of the others. And as long as you're covered by software support, there's no charge for that. So you can convert for free. Why do customers choose the zero client over the thin client? It's for simplicity, easy manageability in terms of firmware updates and configuration, and then also easy for the user to use. It's just for a more simple solution. Hopefully that covers it. Do you have any other questions around that topic?
Okay, any other questions, guys? Yeah, can we install a VM inside zero client?
Do you want to take that one, Steve?
No, not on the zero client itself. It's only used for connecting to virtual desktops. You can't install the virtual machine onto the zero client itself.
So it gets the VDI from either Citrix or VMware.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. So it needs an operating system. It pulls the operating system from the VDI environment. It cannot operate by itself. Yes, that's correct. One thing that's worth noticing is the zero clients definitely perform better than thin clients because they are lighter. They're not as heavy as when I say heavy with software processes and stuff related to the operating system, so they are less. They have less of that. That's why they perform better. I personally push. If you guys have a VDI, I always push for a zero client over the thin client. It's so tuned to your environment, so tuned to the VMware environment, for example, with every element needed by VMware for the maximum performance. Same applies to Citrix too.
Another good thing as well, Mo, sorry to interrupt, another good thing on that as well is when we're competing against our competition, they usually will lead with a thin client operating system because they don't qualify what the customer needs before they send the demo unit. So when we ask the customer what they're doing and they're just doing VMware or they're just doing Citrix, and if we qualify that they need Teams optimization and that a Linux-based device is going to be suitable for them, which 95% of the time it is. When we qualify that, then we position the zero client. When we compete against the competitors, whether it's Dell or HP or iGel, if they position a thin client, when the customer tests them side by side, they'll see how simple the zero client is versus the complicated Linux thin client or the complicated Windows thin client. And so that positions Tenzig in a better light. They're able to set up the zero client in seconds, whereas they might have to set up a management tool and multiple servers just to even get the competitors' thin clients ready to go. Because of the performance of our thin clients, once you're inside the session, the performance is going to be the same in Tenzig with a Linux PeakOS and a NOS zero client. The performance will be the same level, but it's like boot up speed. And the main thing is manageability. That's where the real gains come because it's quicker to set up the zero client than the Linux thin client or Windows thin client. And it's easier to manage. There's smaller updates, there's less of them. So, yeah. And with the zero client, it doesn't affect on the next question that I've seen as well. So if you want to do CAD, for instance, we can deliver CAD through any of our hardware, and our hardware can, if we use a more powerful thin client, you can do CAD you might need a more powerful thin client to handle the screen refresh rate. But with the Tenzig Zero client versus a Tenzig Linux thin client, they both run the VMware or the Citrix receiver or the AVD receiver, and the performance inside that session will be the same, and it will be good as long as your hardware is powerful enough. And we can run, it might be useful if I share my screen and share a small PowerPoint with you to cover this, but we can run these kind of sessions on a zero client or a thin client, and the operating system doesn't really make that much difference. Let me share my screen so I can show this for you just to cover it off. It's just a quick few slides, because I think this is probably useful. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just cover this quickly. So the operating systems that I covered earlier. So we have NOS, which is the zero client platform, which is the Linux thin client operating system. Repurp OS, which is the repurposing software that converts PCs, laptops to, or old thin clients to Tenzig, and 10IoT. So NOS is the zero client. It's based on a lockdown Linux OS, but it just supports Citrix or VMware or AVD. PeakOS has everything in it. This is the Linux thin client operating system. It has Citrix, VMware, AVD. Repurpose is the same family as PeakOS, so it again has everything in it, but it converts old devices to Tenzig. And then 10IoT if you need Windows 10 IoT. So when it comes to performance, the performance isn't linked to the operating system, whether it's a zero client or a thin client. It's linked to the hardware and the capability of that hardware. And so if you want CAD or 3D graphics, etc., or high resolutions, you need one of these green or red type devices, because these have a processor inside that's capable of refreshing the screen and decoding the protocol and displaying it to the user. The CAD application is still running in the VDI, and so a lot of the work is done there. The rendering's done in the VDI, but the endpoint where that needs performance is it needs a good level of performance to be able to refresh the screen and decode that protocol and display it, and be responsive when you need to interact with said 3D drawing, etc. So if you needed that kind of performance, you would look towards one of these two types of devices, and any of our operating systems can run on any of this hardware. So NOS, the zero client, can run on the high-end device. So you can have a high-end powerful thin client, a high-end powerful zero client that can support 4 screens and do 3D graphics, etc. And you can have a mid-range zero client as well that can do a similar thing but across less screens. So hopefully that helps. Are there any other questions?
Just one thing on that as well, James, with the CAD functionality, because potentially you'll be using the equivalent of the Citrix 3D Pro configuration setup on the server side. If you use the Intel-based device, the 6000, that can leverage the H.264 decoding, which then takes advantage of the hardware of the actual processor for that decoding. So that improves the performance as well.
That's good to know. Thank you, Steve. Brilliant. Does anybody else have any other questions?
So guys, if you have any other questions, please post them on chat. I see in a question in A, Sheikh says no. Okay, Sheikh, no problem. And just wait for, I don't know, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Good. So I think we're ready. So this is how it will happen. We use, and please pay attention to this, we use a tool that is called Kahoot, Kahoot. I'm going to share my screen and show it to you now so that you can see what I'm talking about. So the product is called Kahoot. So that's what we want you to download. We will use Kahoot to present the questions to you, and you need to have the Kahoot app downloaded on your phone to be able to answer those questions. Now, you need both. So you need to be able to see my screen at the same time. You still have your phone, your smartphone on your hand, to be able to, in your hand, to be able to answer the questions. When you download the Kahoot app from your iOS or from Google, Android or anything else, you will get to this page. So you don't have to sign up, you don't have to log in, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to do anything. You have to reach what you have. Your Kahoot app shows what's called enter pin. And that is what I will share with you. I will show you a game pin that you have to enter to participate. While downloading your Kahoot app, if it asks you whether you're, let's say, a game creator or just a player, select you're a player. If it says, is it for business or for individual personal use, just select personal use. It should not ask you more than that. The bottom line is that you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to log in, you don't have to enter your details. Once the app is ready, that's what you will see. You will see enter pin with these colorful squares on the mobile phone itself. So I'll give you a minute to download the app, please, and then we will move to the game where I will share the game pin to start using it for the answers. I'll stop my share now and I'll give you 1 minute to download the app, please. And please, if you manage to download the app and get it ready, please type in or show us in chat that you're ready so that we know that people are having the app ready or if there is anyone facing issues with it. Good, ready. I think Eva, you want to ask about something? Okay, I saw someone with hand waving. That's okay. Good. Good. So we've got people ready. Good. We'll wait for a minute. So guys, don't worry. We'll wait for everyone to be here. Okay. So this is the game pin that you have to use to play, to participate. When you join, please, it will ask you for your name. It will be easier for us if you write it this way. So your first name dash your country, but I'll leave it to you. It's okay. Yes. So we'll wait for everyone to join, please. And guys, for some reason, Kahoot has, I don't know if you can hear the music now or not. They have that crazy kind of music. Sometimes they get you quiet. Sometimes they get you excited. I do not control it. Looks like there is some AI behind it that controls the music. That's scary artificial intelligence that decides what we can listen to. So we've got like 9, 12. Yeah, I think we got everyone, like the 18 people. I'm gonna wait a bit. Just wait for 30 seconds, guys. We're not gonna get you bored. And so waiting for other people to join. We have 10 questions. Each one of those is set to wait for 1 minute. So we will wait for 1 minute. For some people, it may sound a bit long, like waiting for 1 minute per question, but it should not be that long. The reason why we're waiting for 1 minute is because not everyone today is like a native English speaker or have a good command of English. So we've got like people from Russian-speaking countries, French-speaking countries. So to support our colleagues from these different countries, we wait for 1 minute to give them time to understand, to read the question and go through the options. There is 4 answers. Only one of them is correct. One answer is correct. So you have to select one of them. The way you select it is from the colors. There are colors or color coding on your mobile phone. You select the matching color. So when you see the question and the correct answer is in the green box, you select the green box. So that's how you answer the questions. And if everyone is ready, we need to start now. So 5. Good, Eva, good to see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go. Oh, Sama, some people are still joining. We start. So it's the Tenzig Technical Challenge. Welcome, everybody. First question. What are the 3 steps to follow and configure the Nasi quick setup wizard? Seconds to go. I think we have 1 or more participants. $15 seconds to go. Great. So 8 people got the answer correct, which is to set up the region, time and date, and Citrix workspace settings for sure. So the 3 steps to follow and configure the NOSC, which is for Citrix, the quick setup wizard, is to set the region, to configure the region, the time and date, and Citrix workspace settings. And now let's see who is the first, what the score is and who's on the top of the... Oh, great. Nishad from the UAE, you got 985 points. Great. So you get the points, guys, by answering the question correctly faster than anyone else. That's how you get. Do not give up. We still have 9 more questions. And good job, Nishad, and everyone on the board. Next question, question 2. What configuration sessions are available under the NOSC control panel? So 20 seconds to go. For some reason, Kahoot decided to choose an exciting kind of music now. Got everyone, yes. Good. Most people got the question correct. The answer correct. Amazing. So yes, the configuration sections that are available under the NOC or the Citrix control panel is our applications, hardware, and system. Amazing job. Good job. See what happened to the score. Nishad, you're still leading it. Great. Yusuf, you're pushing. And Ahmed from Qatar, we're so happy to see you again. Fadi and Alona, great. Next, third question. To import certificates to NOSC client using USB drive, what settings on the security applet screen must be enabled first? Got 15 answers. "30 seconds to go." I'm still happy that Kahoot still uses some exciting music. And again, amazing, guys. I'm impressed. Like almost everyone got this question correct. Amazing, amazing job. So to import certificates to the NOSC client using USB drive, the settings on the security applet to be enabled first are installation from USB storage. Good job. Anishad, you're pushing. Charge. Yusuf, Mariam, you're on the board now. Welcome. And Yusuf, you're close. You're not that far. Ahmed, Fadi, like 200 points. You can get that. You still have 7 more questions. Hardware H.264 264 decoding is supported on what processor platform? Thirty seconds to go. We're almost there. 19 answers. Great job. No. Guys, this is the easy question. I can't even answer it. I'm sorry, but it's like 14 people get it wrong. It's not all of the above. No, it only supports Intel for the H.264 264 decoding. It only supports the Intel processors. Let's see. Yusuf, good job, man. Charge. So we have Yusuf on the top. Nishad, you're doing a great job as always. Ahmed is there. Ahmed from Qatar again is there. Fadi Hassoun is on the board. Guys, we still have 6 more questions. Here we go. While log off action is not a valid displayed option. For these seconds. Reload. We got 8 people that got the question correct. So again, while log off action is not a valid displayed option, it's reload is not a valid displayed option. It's a bit tricky. I understand. So let's see what happened to the board. Nishad, keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Ahmed, great job. You're on top. You're on fire. Even you have a fire icon here. Good job, man. Next. 4 more questions. Which operating system is present on Tenzig software-based zero-client device? So what kind of operating system is used for zero-client devices? Nice. Good job. Yes. The majority got it right. Amazing job. It's the NOS, of course, the Linux-based NOS for 0 clients. Good job. Let's see what happened to the score. Ahmed, you're still on fire, man. Yes, you're pushing forward. And we have Ahmed also from Qatar, Ahmed Bakhid, Fadi, Yusuf, and Yasar. Guys, keep pushing. 3 more questions. You still have a chance. You still have a chance. What components make up the Tenzig Manager application suite? As a technical guy, you need to know this. Less than 30 seconds. Eleven people got right. So the components of that make up the Tenzig Manager application suite are Manager Server, Manager Console, Cloud Connector, and Web Console. Let's see what happened to the score. Ahmed, again, you're good. Fadi, you did really charge big time. You got like, I don't know, 900 points at once. That's a good achievement. Let's see what's next. 2 more questions. What base operating system is the Tenzig Manager compatible with? Remember, it's the Tenzig Manager. What base operating system is the Tenzig Manager compatible with? Less than 30 seconds. Seconds. And here we go. Most people got it wrong. For the Tenzig Manager, it's compatible with Windows. We're not talking about the operating system used for the 0 clients or the thin clients. We're talking about the manager, the management console, and the software that manages those devices. It's compatible with Windows. It installs on Windows. Okay. Next. Ahmed, you're doing well, and Yasar, you're pushing. You're pushing. But Ahmed, I think you got it wrong because I didn't see you getting any more points. But anyways, let's see the last question. Oh, no, I mean, still the one to the last question. Which discovery method uses the DNSSRV record for thin client to learn the address of the Tenzig Manager and automatically register to it? So there is a discovery method that allows those thin clients to connect, to find the Tenzig Manager and, of course, register to the Tenzig Manager. And for some reason, music is so creepy now. I don't know why. Is it such a difficult question? Okay, so this client discovery, it's, yeah, I think Kahoot was right choosing that music. It's probably a difficult question. So the method used by thin clients to find the Tenzig Manager, of course, to find the address of the Tenzing manager and register to it is the client discovery. Yasar, you're pushing like less than 100 points, maybe 100 points between you and Ahmed. Keep charging. You're on fire. You got the fire icon next to your name. The last question, guys. The last question, guys. The last question. The last chance. What port is used by default to detect 10 Tenzing clients on the network using broadcast discovery? This should be easy. And now we're back to some exciting music for some reason. Maybe because it's the last question. So Kahoot is celebrating. Okay, 7 people got it right, but still, so it's UDP 52500. That's the port used to detect Tenzing clients. It's a very famous port used by Tenzing, and I remember the 52500. So, and it's UDP, it's not TCP. Let's see what happened now. Let's see what happened to the winners. So in third place with Fadi Hassoun. Fadi Hassoun, hard luck, you did well, man. And Yasar, you're in the second place. And the winner is, under the spotlight, Ahmed. Ahmed, thank you so much. Ahmed Abdul Wahab, I think I'm Wahid. Amazing job, ya Ahmed. Amazing job. So you got 7,528 points, which means the last questions you got it right. Yeah, it's a very close competition, but it was an amazing job, ya Ahmed. Thank you so much for attending this and for studying hard. We're happy that you got the chance to learn about such a great technology vendor, Tenzing, and to be part of this event and this challenge. We will be running multiple challenges with time, and we'll be happy to always host you. So let me just stop this and make sure that we get the correct names. Okay, yeah, good. So guys, thank you so much. We got like 20 participants. We wanted 25 people to participate, but we're happy with you guys. You made it. You made it for us. You made our day today. Thank you for participating with us. Special thanks to the Tenzing team, the amazing team, James and Stuart, and the entire team that was working to get this such a successful event. Tom and everyone else from the marketing team. I'll leave it to you, James and Stuart, if you have a conclusion, something to conclude with.
Yeah, good work on everybody answering those questions. To see the top 3 getting 8 out of 10 is really impressive. It's clear that you studied and looked at the content, because you wouldn't have been able to guess those questions, and certainly with such speed. So well done to everybody, and congratulations to the Apple Watch, and commiserations to everybody who just missed out. And thank you all for attending today and for joining in the Tenzing Challenge.
Yes. Stuart, anything to conclude with?
Yeah, same as James, really. Just well done to everybody who participated, and some good results there. So as James indicated, it clearly shows that everybody's had a good look at the content that we provided. So well done to the winner as well, who's got the Apple Watch.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for your support. You're such an amazing technology vendor and such amazing people. That's the recipe for success, when you get the great technology and great people together. And thank you guys for being with us today. It was a great pleasure for me. Every one of you is a winner. Even if you did not get the iWatch or the Apple Watch, congratulations, Ahmed, for winning the Apple Watch. We will get back to you to coordinate for the delivery and everything else. I think, Ahmed, you're located in Qatar, right? So I'll get back to you. Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you, James and Stuart and everyone else. And you guys enjoy your day.